Why most people never escape the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself why so many hardworking people never seem to get ahead financially? I'm not talking about people who don't work. I'm talking about people who work incredibly hard. They get up early, they stay late, they do overtime, they sacrifice time with their family. They do everything society told them to do. Yet year after year, they still feel like they're running on a treadmill that never stops. Every month begins with a fresh paycheck, and before they know it, it's gone. Bills, mortgage or rent, food, fuel, subscriptions, unexpected expenses. Then the cycle starts all over again. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know something. This isn't necessarily a reflection of your effort. It's often a reflection of the system you've been taught to operate within. From a young age, most of us are taught one financial model. Study hard, get qualifications, find a secure job, work hard, climb the ladder, earn more money. On the surface, there's nothing wrong with that advice. Work is valuable, skills are valuable, careers are valuable, but there's one thing that often gets left out. Very few people are taught how to build assets, and that's where everything changes. There's a huge difference between earning income and owning assets. Income is something you work for. Assets are something that continue creating value after the work has been done. Think about that for a moment. If you stop working tomorrow, does your income stop as well? For most people, the answer is yes. That's why so many people feel trapped. They're not trapped because they lack ambition. They're trapped because their income depends entirely on their time. Time becomes the currency. And unfortunately, time is limited. You only have so many hours in a day, which means there's a ceiling on how much you can earn if you're constantly trading time for money. Now compare that to someone who builds assets. Maybe they create educational content. Maybe they build an online business. Maybe they develop digital products. Maybe they write a book. Maybe they create a membership community. Maybe they build systems that continue helping people every single day. Those assets don't replace hard work, they multiply it. Instead of starting from zero every Monday morning, they build upon yesterday's progress. That's what leverage looks like. Leverage isn't about working less, it's about making your work continue working after you've finished. This is one of the biggest mindset shifts I ever had. I stopped asking myself one simple question: how can I earn more money this month? Instead, I started asking something completely different. What can I build today that will still be creating value next year? That single question changes everything. It changes how you spend your time. It changes what you learn. It changes what you prioritize. Instead of chasing the next opportunity, you begin building something that lasts. Now, let me be clear, this isn't about overnight success. It's not about flashy lifestyles. It's not about trying to become an internet celebrity. It's about creating genuine value for other people. Because when you solve real problems consistently, opportunities naturally follow. People trust those who educate. People remember those who help. People invest in those who create value. That's why I believe content is one of the most powerful business assets anyone can build today. One video can educate thousands of people. One article can inspire someone to change direction. One email can create a client relationship that lasts for years. One digital product can continue serving people long after you've created it. That's leverage. And the beautiful thing is that almost anyone can start building it. You don't need a huge team. You don't need a massive office. You don't need millions of pounds in investment. What you need is clarity, consistency, patience, and a willingness to keep building when nobody is applauding yet, because the people who eventually succeed are usually the ones who kept showing up while everyone else stopped. Here's another truth that often gets overlooked. Building assets isn't only about money, it's about freedom. Freedom to spend more time with your family, freedom to choose who you work with, freedom to work from different locations, freedom to make decisions based on purpose instead of pressure. Money alone doesn't buy freedom. Ownership creates freedom. Ownership gives you options, and options change lives. So if you're watching this today, I want to leave you with a challenge. Don't spend all of your time thinking about your next paycheck. Spend some time thinking about your next asset. Ask yourself, what knowledge do I have that could help someone else? What experience could I teach? What problem could I solve? What system could I build? What business could I create? Because every successful business started with someone deciding to build instead of simply consume. Every great brand started with one idea. Every movement started with one person willing to think differently. Your future won't be determined by how many hours you work. It will be influenced by what you choose to build with those hours. The paycheck to paycheck cycle isn't broken by luck. It isn't broken by working harder than everyone else. It's broken by changing the way you think about value, ownership, and the future you're creating. So start building, keep learning, stay consistent, focus on creating value. And remember this, the greatest investment you will ever make isn't in the stock market, property, or even technology. It's in your ability to build something that continues serving people long after today's work is finished. That's how businesses are built. That's how freedom grows. And that's how ordinary people create extraordinary futures. If you're ready to stop creating random content and start building a system that consistently attracts clients, then drop me a message. I'll show you the exact framework I use to turn content into a predictable client acquisition machine.